All right, here we go. This is an introduction, and don't adjust your TV set because this is how the whole show is going to be.
Yeah, we had some very odd technical difficulties with getting this filmed.
So it's throwback to my radio days, and we're going to do a radio-style Weirdsterly show. I'm DJ Gadget.
I'm Steph.
And this is Weirdsterly.
In a very weird setting.
It is. So I want to start out by saying hi to your dad. How was Father's Day for you two?
Pretty good. I took him out to lunch to a Chinese place that was very highly recommended, and introduced him to dim sum.
You got dim sum?
I got dim sum. And
Very
he had
cool.
dim sum.
Very cool.
He was impressed with the dim sum.
You know, you get some, you dim some. I like it. All right. I got stung by 8 bees and my hot water heater blew up. So that was my Sunday.
In theory, though,
I bought the bees.
You bought the bees.
It doesn't, yeah.
So you
and
took
so
that chance on willingly.
Have you heard the studies about bees and how it's helpful for chronic pain and long Lyme to use bee venom?
I have not.
It's true.
Okay.
The opinions expressed on this radio program are not those of anyone at all. Just disregard.
Alleged entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only, yeah. So I actually watched this documentary. This girl had long Lyme, and that's something I have.
Well, what by definition is long?
Long Lyme is after you get Lyme's disease and you take the medication, which is usually a really long stint of doxycycline. For me, it was a long stint of doxycycline. I think it was like 20 days. And then they did it again because it didn't go away. And then they did it again because it didn't go away. And I really was at the point where I just wanted a PICC line, which is if you think too long about it, it gets scary. But they basically go through the artery in your arm and you're dispensing the medication intravenously to your heart. And
Yeah.
It is fast pumping through your whole body that way.
My mom.
And so, like I said, if you think about it too long, it gets
scary.
It gets scary, but I was ready for it. And then they just did not do it because there is what's called a Lyme war. Some doctors believe in Lyme's disease and other doctors do not. They refuse to acknowledge it in the most hostile way you can imagine.
Oh, I can imagine.
And I went to a CDC doctor who's in Norwich, Connecticut, and he is, I think, a non-believer of Lyme because he hostilely just said, I did not have Lyme's disease, blah, 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 and that all these tests just mean I've had it before, and that's obvious because I knew that. And I was like, oh, okay. So there's no reason why I'm 20-something years old and I still feel like I'm 80, I can't move, I'm gaining weight because I can't move, and blah, blah, blah. So this was going on for years and years and years. I am a lot better than I was. I've either fought through the pain or blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I was doing a lot of research. And I saw this documentary about this girl who went to this summit, basically, and she basically signed up to get stung by bees. Every morning they would go out like a med line. I am an individual who has gone to rehab, so I am very versed in this. It seemed like rehab. And so I was watching this. They get in this med line of these medical practitioners take these weird tweezers and they pluck out a bee from their collection, their batch, and they sting you wherever you need it. So if you have like It's believed that Lyme gets stuck in joints. So like if it's really affecting your shoulder or your knees or your back or your neck, that would be the location that you got stung. And I'm not saying this is a good thing or a bad thing. I just was not upset about getting stung by bees because in my head I was like, maybe this will make me better.
But is it dependent on the type of bee?
I don't know.
Well,
I have honeybees.
Because what if you're just, you think you're taking one for the team, and really you're just, not. Like you think your bee buddy Barry is going to help you, and turns out Barry he took one for the team, and now Barry is no more. And it doesn't help you, and all it does is give you a welt.
It did on my face. This is reason number 2 why we're not on screen today. Is I have a welt on my face that makes me look like I have a quadruple chin. Yeah. Don't tell my wife. She's mad. She's real mad. She gonna be mad.
I think she's being mad.
She being mad.
Yeah. Well, instead of the studio, we are currently in my very under construction living room.
Steph's world. Steph's world.
Yeah. That is very under construction right now. Like one of the walls is not actually up.
I like
correctly.
I think we could make this work as a Weirdsterly studio. Like we have to move your cat off of her carpet throne.
Yeah. I had to roll up my carpet that I had thanks to for those who have cats will totally understand. I had to change her litter because they stopped making it.
She's pissed off.
And she pissed on a bunch of my stuff. So,
I wish I could do that. I wish that's how I could react to being angry. Like, I am so mad I'm going to pee on your sweatshirt.
I mean, in theory, you can.
I might.
It's just going to be awkward physically for you. Because, like, what if you're wearing a belt? You're like, wait, hold on. And you're trying to get your belt off. And wait, I'm going to do this.
I've never wanted to shiwi so bad in my life.
Oh, my goodness. So anyway, Nyron is currently sitting on top of a rolled up carpet that's on top of her chair or her recliner that she likes to be in, just looking at us menacingly.
She yeeted all of your stuff, by the way, and I kind of watched it.
We both watched it.
Yeah, I watched it all unfold. I only contemplating getting up when
Nyron.
like Steph has these really cute penguins, and I was like, not the penguin, Nyron. That's where I drew my line. I draw my line at penguins.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, she's awake now.
Yeah, everything is on the floor though, and I kind of left it there.
That's fine.
I'm a big fan of that's where it lives now.
Well, I'm sure if I put it back up, she will put it back down.
I pick things up and put them down.
Yeah, that's her mentality.
Yeah.
But we're also surrounded by, paint cans and drywall stuff, and yeah,
I like it.
It's under construction. So this is where we're sitting right now, as opposed to the studio.
I kind of like this like pushed up feel of it's all so intimate. It looks like you have a big screen.
Yeah,
TV.
but not in a good way.
Kind of in a good way.
Well, meh.
I mean, I'm a girl who turned my backyard into a bee sanctuary.
Yeah, and by sanctuary, you got stung in your face.
Well, that's because I was moving them. Don't move bees, guys. That is advice you can take. Don't move bees. Just don't. And then, okay, here's the deal. This guy came from like an hour away. So when I lost like probably half the freaking hive. So he gets there and I could tell he had these ratcheted, they were not going anywhere. This was a very secure mission that he was on.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
did he have the whole bee suit?
Yeah. And so, he gets there and I look in the truck and I go, oh no. And he goes, whoa. So bees do a thing called bearding.
What?
It's called bearding.
Let's play a game. Fill us in.
Yeah. So bearding is basically how they regulate their body temperature. And it's when they kind of like all come out of the hive. So they're cooling down the hive.
That's very scary.
And it looks scary. It looks like they're about to attack you, but they're not. They're not about to attack you unless you smell bananas. And I think that's where the term "go bananas" came from, because that means like that's the hormone that says attack, 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 and anything that's moving, attack it.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
Yeah. So I think that came from bees, And so if you smell bananas, just get out of there. And if you smell cucumber melon in the woods, get the hell out of there too, because that is a copperhead nest. Anyway, so we're moving this. I don't know how many pounds it was, but it was a lot, and I'm not an ant. And so I don't have a bee suit. This mother father got like shoe booties and a whole suit, and he has a cute little hat with a face screen, and he has gloves, and all of this zips up with each other, and it zips around each other, and it zips into each other. So he is good. This man is fine. He's fine. I also don't know his name. I call him B Guy, and he is in my phone as B Guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I've called people worse on my phone.
Yeah, me too. And so
So I hate to do this to you, but going bananas has nothing to do with bees.
I think it does. What does it have to do with?
Monkeys.
No, that's too obvious.
Well, duh.
All right, so how does it come from monkeys?
Because the term originates from giving a group of apes a bunch of bananas and watching them go crazy eating them with, and I quote, tremendous enthusiasm. End quote.
Fair. But I think the term go bananas is just solidified, and it should be solidified in your vernacular, because not only monkeys go bananas, bees also go bananas. And if you watch American Dad, Steve goes bananas. And so, yeah, I'm gonna go bananas. And he's like, and it's like he's acting up. And so he goes bananas, and it is violent. So I'm like, the monkeys seem joyous. The bees are violent.
Well, I guess it determines on why you're that enthusiastic.
Yeah, it's like saying you're effed up, right? Like you'd be like, "Oh, I'm so effed up right now," or "That guy effed me up in a fight." Yeah, that's two different
very different
worlds.
context.
So I think the bad go bananas is from bees, because they're bad bees, bad bee bananas. What in the pigeon parade? All right, so
that was a fun tangent of.
Yeah, so he's all suited up, and he's not a big guy. He was quite fit. I would categorize him as athletic.
He has to run from bees.
Yeah, seriously, he was fit. He was athletic, and he's not. I wouldn't consider, like, just first look, I wouldn't consider him jacked. But then I'm really suspicious as to what you're doing over there.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm in my own living room. I can do what I want.
And so, but then he picks up this entire hive, and off of a truck whose bed is almost at my shoulders, to the ground. And then I was like, I have a hand truck. And I was like, I will help you. And he's like, no, you shouldn't help me. And I was like, why? He's like, you're going to get stung. I'm like, well, I just bought bees. Why would I assume anything else was about to happen? And so he's like, no, I got this. So he like hand trucks it back. And then he's like, do you have anything to keep them off the ground? And I was like, I didn't know that was part of this deal. And I was like, you didn't bring anything to keep them off the ground? Because I bought an established hive. I did not buy an established hive and a bee rack. And so
there should be like a list of.
There is, essentially. My wife is mostly mad because I just dive into things. You also get upset with me because I just dive into things.
I'm all for randomness and crazy adventures, but a lot of the stuff you want to just randomly dive into somehow involves possibly needing a lawyer afterwards.
Or a hospital.
I have had to visit you in the hospital before and get your house keys so I could go take Roxy out. So
I have a lot of hospital stuff.
And
yeah,
not one time. We're talking more than one time.
No, I know.
Like the fact I don't have a copy of your house key is kind of interesting for the amount of times I've had to go to your house on a rescue mission.
Yeah.
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 I mean, so that's not even the worst of it. I feel like this is going to be our show today.
That's fine. That's fine.
So
we can change the title.
Yeah, we'll change the title later. So this guy like he-mans this hive all the way into my backyard, and then I don't have a bee rack. I didn't even know what that was until that day. And so I was like, okay, you have to keep it off the ground because there's like mice like to get into beehives and skunks and all this stuff. And so now I might have skunks. I'm so excited. I mean, not for Roxy, but for me, because I love skunks. They'll be fine. I think they'll be friends. And so if not,
they will be great friends. I cannot wait for that friendship to come in the house.
If not friend, then why friend shaped? So you got to keep it off the ground. So I'm like looking around feverishly at this point, and I'm like, I have one cinder block, a paint can, and some wire hangers. I can hang it. Can I hang the bee? No. He's like, no, it's really heavy. And I'm like, okay, I have a chair. And he's like, you have a chair? I'm like, I do. I have a chair. I have a lot of chairs. I have chairs in my house. I have chairs outside. There's chairs. This is a house of chairs. And so I go and I get a chair from my patio set. Wife is not happy about that either. And so I take this chair that has arms and I think, wow, it is so crazy how perfectly I think this beehive is going to fit on this chair with arms. And then as I get closer to him and he's holding this very mildly perturbed hive of bees, and I mean he's fine though, because mind you, he has a bee suit and I don't. So I'm approaching this man who is perfectly fine into a swarm of bees with no fear. There is no fear behind me. I'm just doing this thing, and one, I want to look cool.
Well, yeah.
Because this guy is super cool. He just like manhandled a hive that is probably full of honey, and I have to learn how to collect honey now. Don't tell my wife. She doesn't know I don't know. And so now I have to learn how to get honey, and I'm just going to wing it. And I went on Amazon and I was like, I want one of those suits now because I just got stung 8 times doing nothing. So I can't believe what's going to happen when I do something. And I just thought, and I was like, when you're like at a party and somebody's like, this is so spicy, and you're like, that's not really spicy. I was like straight faced because I was like, I just got stung, but like, I don't care. And it really wasn't. I've been stung a lot in my life because I do stupid things. Again,
yep,
this is me. So I got stung in the face, not a big deal. Mildly annoying, not a big deal. I got stung in the leg, didn't know where it was, kind of panicked. I'm like, is it in my pants? Or is it on my pants? And also, why did I wear these summery thin pants to complete this task? Also didn't think that through. But I have dungarees, I have dickies, I have auto uniforms, I have a ton of pants. And usually every day I wear 2 pairs of pants because I don't like clothes touching me. That is a whole nother show. So I'm wearing these very flowy, very airy, very thin pants instead of the millions of pants I have because my wardrobe is doubled in the pants section because I wear 2 at a time. Did I wear 2 at a time this time? No. Would that have been smart? Yeah.
Time out. Back up. You wear 2 pairs of pants?
Yes.
Why?
I don't like clothes touching me.
But that means there's extra clothes.
No, I like certain clothes touching me, but not other clothes touching me. So I put the certain clothes I like touching me, but I don't necessarily want to wear that in public. So I wear the ones I want to wear in public over the pants that I can handle touching me. So LuLaRoe is one of my favorite companies. Like, I love the way LuLaRoe feels.
I will give that credit, yes.
But I don't necessarily want to be in leggings 24/7.
I can respect that.
So I wear LuLaRoe usually 100% of the time under my pants. I also have this airy pair of pants that I love that I was wearing alone. Like, technically I was outside in my underwear because I always wear these pants under my pants. So yeah, I'm in front of a strange man who is in a strange suit in my underwear, hanging out with bees, getting stung. Like, this was my weekend. This is everything that I've ever wanted in life. And it was happening. I'm in my underwear in my backyard there's a strange man I've never met before. I don't know his name. I still don't know his name. He is the bee guy. He is in a bee suit. He has a beehive in his hands that is swarming and angry. And there are bees cascading across my house, across my garage. And my wife was like, oh my God, we can't have bees. What are you thinking? Don't do this. And I was like, why? They're just bees. They stay in the hive and then they go out and then they come home. And she's like, no, they're going to get on the house and on the garage and on everything and in my car. And I was like, no, they're not. And then I look up and everything is covered in bees. And I'm like, oh my God, she was right. But I would not falter and I would not back down. So I'm like, I'm going to do this. So I get this chair and I give it to him and he's like, what the hell? And so he's like, that's actually perfect. But how do I, okay, this is just going to be awkward. I'm like, I will help you. And he's like, please don't. You don't have a bee suit. And I'm like, I have a hoodie. And I put on my hoodie.
I'm just picturing it as I can. Because I've seen you in your hoodie and various LuLaRoe leggings, and I've seen your backyard. So I mean, this is a 1 + 1 is 2.
Yeah, and so I have my underwear and my hoodie, and I am finagling myself to this strong. I'm not strong. I'm not strong, and so I am just trying to pretend I'm strong and help him. And so I'm like, I will hold on to the ratchet strap. And he's like, that's not helpful. And I'm like, okay, I'll stop. And that's exactly what happened. And so then I'm like, I'll hold on to the chair because this chair is like, he's like, well, it's good that it's made out of metal. It's good that it's high. It's airy because it's not like there's no cushion.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a chair. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll hold on to that. And pow, 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 like 4 bee stings all in a row. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Because I want to look cool in front of the cool guy with the bee suit. Wish I had a bee suit. And so
I wish you had a bee suit because I feel like that could be kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, I ordered one. I have a bee suit coming.
I have a full paint suit.
That would have been helpful too.
Oh my gosh. We could pretend we're like full-on beekeepers.
I mean, I am pretending I'm a beekeeper.
I'm not, so I'm going to be acting.
Yeah, just come on over.
I'll wear my paint suit.
Yeah.
All in white. And
I'll give you a colander you can put over your face.
Yes.
And we'll super glue a hood. I have a hood of a hoodie I don't wear. We'll just super glue a hood to it. Or like, no, get one of your hoodies. You wear your hoodie over your head around the colander and just pull up the paint suit. Is it a whole suit?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's
then
head
zip
to
that
toe.
around the hoodie.
It's got like
We will dress you up, girl.
The fact that you're the one that's gonna dress me up is the funniest shit ever. But no, it's got one of its own hood things, so paint will get in your hair.
So I casually walk away, and I go around to the garage, and I have a bee stuck in my hair. I can hear it.
Can you imagine though if you just took out all of your dreads?
Oh
Could you
my God.
imagine if you had all your dreads?
No, because I don't want to squish it. Because one, I don't want to get stung in the hand. Like I will take the face, the leg, whatever. So then I'm getting stung in the leg again. So that's like 5. We're up to 5. And then I am kind of like hand combing my hair out. I have taken the elastic. The elastic is somewhere in the backyard. And I hear the bees all around my head. And they're just buzzing and freaking the hell out. And I flip my hoodie upside down and off. And just, that's where it lives now. And I'm like being so careful not to take my shirt off too. And his wife's in the car, by the way. She's like, I am not getting out.
You have neglected to say that part.
Yeah. So she's sitting in the car and I wanted to be like, hi, I'm the crazy lady who bought bees from your husband. Thank you for coming. And then she was just not into it. And so she's in the car. And then I was like, why is she in the car? Oh, this is why she's in the car. I get it. She was like, I am not going out there. I've seen this happen before. I am not helping. I will come with you just in case this girl's a Craigslist murderer, but I will not get out of the car. And I'm like, okay, lady. I don't want to scare her either by going up to her window like, oh, hi.
Okay, goofy.
So, yeah, because can you imagine? Like, hey, ah! And then there's bees, and then there's screaming women, and everybody's calling 911. No, this is how I live my life. And so I'm like flossing my hair, and I probably have like a really big afro by now, because not only did I just take out all my dreads, like my hair is incredibly damaged by dye and bleach and dreads and me. And so I am just making a fro and I am like combing my hair out because I can hear this bee. And I'm like, is it in my head? Is it in my ear? Now the delusions start. And I'm like, where is it? It's stuck. It's stuck in my hair. And I'm like shaking my hair and I am Willow Smith. I am whipping my hair back and forth. And I am doing
You
all
definitely caught a vibe.
but stopping, dropping, and rolling. Like I'm like, no, because then I'm gonna stung more. And he's like, if you freak out, they can sense it and they attack more. And I'm like, I'm not freaking out, I'm trying to get it on my hair. You could help, Mr. I have gloves. And so I think I get it at no, it stings me in the head and it dies. Because that's what happens when bees sting you is they die. So it stings me in the head. That hurt. That was the only one that really hurt. And I was like, ow, mother father. And it died. So now I don't really care. There's a dead bee in my hair, but it's not going to sting me again. Because the stinger's in my head and I know it because I can feel it. And I'm like,
you're lucky to be a mutated bee and it has like 5.
It just like explodes like a nail bomb. And I'm like, ah! So one, I can't prove my wife right. So I can't go in like crying, like, oh, you got stuck in the head. And she's like, yeah, you got something else wrong with your head too, but whatever. So I'm playing it cool because one, cool bee guy is in my yard and I don't want to cry in front of him and his wife. That's like dinner conversation that I just fueled. So I'm like, I'm not going to cry. I'm fine. So the bees are situated.
Okay.
My hoodie is across the yard. My hairband is on my wrist now because I found it, but it was somewhere. And my hair is a floofy freaking mess. And I was like, I did not bring out your money for this catastrophe. It wasn't a catastrophe. It was really well handled and situated. He was amazing. I was not. But so it could have been worse. There are bees cascading across my side of my house, which is where my door is. And I'm like, I can't open that because Roxy's going to try to eat the bees because she tries to eat flies, and these are spicy flies. So I don't want Roxy to eat a bee because there's enough. Enough is enough. So I'm like, okay. And I text my wife, and I'm like, let me in the front door. And she says, no. And I'm like, okay. Why? And she's like, why can't you come in the side door? And I was like, there's some stuff happening in the driveway. So I can't right now.
Look over here, not over there.
Yeah. And I'm like, also don't go out there. She's like, why? Because, Jen, because just don't go out there. I love you. Don't go out there.
It's for our marriage. Don't go out
For
there.
the love of our marriage, don't go out the side door. And she's like, why? Sherry knows. She knows. We have cameras. Also, she has now been watching me for 15 minutes, whipping my hair back and forth and laughing about it. I found that out later because we have these Blink cameras that don't record crap, but you can watch everything as it unfolds. So she changed our TV from Netflix to the cameras, and she was just watching me because I was on the steps at this point, finagling my head, trying to get this bee. I was trying to save its life. Okay, I was. Oh, you like me today? I get kisses. Hi, Nyron.
For the moment.
For the moment.
Give it a second.
Can't be worse than 8 bees. And so we're at 6.
Oh.
My head got right in the noggin. So I'm like, okay, well, luckily I'm an idiot. And I left the door unlocked anyway, so she didn't have to let me in. I let myself in.
Oh, there you
And so I run in, I grab the money off the counter that's by the side door, almost go out the side door, go, nope, don't do that. And I go out the front door again because one, I don't know if there's more bees on me and I don't want them in my house. So run out the door, give him his money. I'm like, thank you so much. And he's like, thank you. Good luck. And I'm like, yeah, you too. And he's like, yep, bye. And I'm like, okay, bye. And he leaves. And so now I have bees. I can't go in my backyard. They all hate me. Like, have you ever had a million things hate you at once? And so,
Hey!
Oh, do you know what it is? It's the biggest scrunchie she's ever seen.
Oh, that's right. Nyron is playing with DJ, and we thought that she was like petting DJ. She saw the very big elastic that Nyron is obsessed with. If you ever want to get Nyron any kind of presents, hair ties.
Hair ties.
That is her drug of choice. Is hair ties.
Yeah, I'm down one now.
I've got plenty. I'll give you an extra one.
I'm gonna go to your stash, Nyron. So now I have bees, blah blah blah. So how do I get through tonight? Because now I have angry bees outside, I have an angry wife inside, I have a very confused dog, and I have a lot of bee stings that I don't know if they're still attached to me or not. And I'm like, okay, bathroom. So I go in the bathroom, I shut the door, and I'm just gonna take a shower like a normal person. And I hear it. I hear bzzz, and I'm like, where is that? It is not in my hair. It's not by my ears. It's in my pants. That's fine. I have bees in my pants. Some people have ants in their pants. I happen to have bees in my pants, which is completely on target for me. And so I throw these pants off. Thank God they're so airy and big and light and whatever. So like they're on the floor, and now a bee comes poof out of the pants, and it is flying around. It's like, where the hell am I now? And I'm like, well, one, you're an hour away from where you were, and two, you have no friends in here. So why don't you calm down and I will go put you back. But right now I have no pants. And my head hurts a lot. I got stung in the face, in the leg twice, in the arm, in 2 other places that I don't know. Then, another fun fact, after a bee is dead, it can sting you, because I then went to go take off my shirt and I got stung in the arm again by a dead bee whose stinger came, it died, but its stinger came out of my skin and then went back in. That was fun. Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And so I was like, ow, mother, father. So yeah, 8, we're up to 7. And the last one was when I went out to save the bee, because I took a shower and I tried to run really cold water over my head, which didn't. The only bee sting that hurt was my skull, my scalp, like in my hair. And
doesn't sound fun.
No, there's no fat there. So everybody who like has called me a big head or fat head, yeah, no, I'm not. So there. So now I gave it a night, and I wake up the next morning and I'm like, oh God, I hope they calm down. Well,
when did this happen?
This happened Saturday night.
So last night.
Last night. Well, last weekend.
Oh.
And so
wait, yes, the 14th?
The 14th, but today is Tuesday.
Correct.
So not Monday, not Sunday, but Saturday.
Okay.
So the next day, I'm like, I hope they like figured it out. Apparently bees, when they get lost and separated from their hive, they do what your parents probably always told you in the store when you get lost, which is just stay still. So I had a bunch of bees on my garage, just frozen, stayed still all night, just held on. Like, somebody will come get me, right? Like, somebody is going to come get me. And so I was like, oh no. So I, between plant pots, dried leaves, a broom handle, I have captured all these bees, got them to walk on something. I brought them over to the bustling hive, which is more bustling than I thought it would be. And then I heard the, and I'm like, nope, I'm just bringing your friend. And so I put them on the duck house. And I'm like, you can figure it out from here.
Because you also have ducks.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's another story.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you have a duck house.
The ducks got. Which is why I might have lost my mind and said, I need something in my backyard that I take care of, like bees. Yeah. So now I have bees and I don't have ducks. And it's sad. And so yeah, got them all off the garage. Some of them just gave up. They were like, oh, just take me. And then they fell on the ground. And I was like, oh my God, now you have brain damage. Scooped it up and brought it over. And they're all not on the duck house now. So mission succeeded. But now I have bees like flying back and forth across my head. My wife is mad, so then she wanted to cut the grass on Sunday.
Hey, Myron.
And she was like, well, you have to go get the lawnmower. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. So now I have to go into the backyard and get anything that we might need.
I mean, it seems fair.
She did say once, you can do anything you want in the backyard because I like flamingos and old tires. And she didn't want that in our front yard for everybody to see that, like, she married somebody trashy, basically. So I was told I can do anything I want in the backyard, and I have. Nyron has judged me.
I think she judged me because I'm the one who took that photo.
Oh, that's a new Weirdsterly meme.
Yeah. We'll show you guys later.
So yeah, how was your weekend?
Celebrated Father's Day.
Yay! You didn't get bees?
Oh no, I didn't get bees. Oh, Saturday though. On the morning part of Saturday, me and my friend went to Lebanon to go to the bacon festival.
There was a bacon festival?
There was.
Darn it.
And there was copious amounts of bacon and various other things. I introduced my friend to chocolate covered bacon.
I've had that.
It is delicious. Let's see what else was there. There's these vendors. Of course, I can't remember their name now, but they are always at the home show that me and my father do at Mohegan Sun for the real estate stuff that he does. They sell the rum cakes.
Oh, yeah.
They were there. So I bought their Malibu bacon rum cake.
No way.
In fact, I have some that I have not opened yet.
Oh my god, they're so good. I got the Malibu.
Yep.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, with bacon in it.
I do want to preface that yes, there is Malibu in these, but when they cook them, the alcohol is cooked out.
Yeah, because when I met them at the home show, and I was like, oh, I wish, I'm sorry, I'm sober, and they're like, that doesn't matter.
Right.
You can have this.
Well, you hear Malibu.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, you hear rum cake, and I was like,
too, yeah. But do want to preface that anyone that is interested in any of those kind of things, the alcohol is usually cooked off by then, so you're safe for it.
If you are newly sober,
probably not.
Just don't do it. It is really good though.
It is. Like I said, I have some that we can partake in later.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, if I was newly sober, that would have ruined it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But I'm pretty confident in my sobriety now that it was just good.
How long has it been now?
June 6th. June 6th was my 5 years. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I was like, holy crud.
That's pretty monumental.
Yeah. 5 years. I'm 5.
Oh.
Yeah. So. And then last weekend, my hot water heater stopped hot watering and started becoming an indoor pool filler.
Oof.
So my basement sweat.
Were you able to get it fixed? Or?
Yeah. It actually wasn't as bad as last time it exploded, which like the whole floor was water. This was just like wet. Like it was just wet around it. Like very, very little. But I was like, well, I should probably fix this. Went to Home Depot. Forgot something. Went back to Home Depot. I'll send them a bill. Home Depot, you owe me money.
When I bought this house, I was at Home Depot like 4 times a day because of all the stuff I needed to work on.
And then you just started throwing money at people and being like, you go.
Well, no, there's the stuff that I had that I could do. I had started. There were some things that I couldn't do myself, like the electricity and rewiring. That I have no capability in.
I mean,
to do it right.
You could have called me. I would have tried it out.
Yeah.
Your cat gouged me.
I'm sorry.
She looked so nice at first, right? And then she was like, I'd kill you.
That's Myron.
Yeah.
Currently, she's looking out the door for any other creatures she could try and.
I will say she did greet me at the door.
She did.
Yeah, she was like, "Hi, welcome to my humble abode. Why are you here?"
It's very rare that she just greets someone. Usually it's like the Inquisition and you have to answer like 20 questions before she'd let you in.
Well, I answered the 20 questions after I was here for an hour, and she was like, "What's on your wrist? Is that a hair tie? I like hair ties. Can I have it?"
You must pay the toll.
Yeah, I did. I just threw it. It's like the bees, only it was cat form. Like I just threw all the stuff.
Oh, sigh.
You got me right there.
I'm sorry.
My face.
It's your face.
Yep.
So do you have any cool things coming up?
One cool thing that's like coming up but far away, but still you should look out for fundraisers is the Next Up Festival.
Ooh.
Paint
us a word picture since there's no video.
I will. So the Next Up Festival is, I don't know if it was started by like Big Lux and friends, but I do know that Big Lux is part of it. Obviously, because this is way too huge for him to do all by himself. But it's about building a community of artists and supporters and change makers. And it happened last year. It's happening again this year. And they do have a website, which is nextupfestival.com. And I believe it is September 6th, 2025. So it's going to be in Wilcox Park in Westerly, Rhode Island, and we will be there. Wee. I'm pretty excited. I went to a fundraiser at Patty's, and I took a lot of footage, and Ben is going to work his magic on it and make it a thing. Yeah. And I'm really excited about that because honestly, that was a lot of fun. I was like, I'm going for like, and he's like, can you grab footage over here at this fundraiser? I'm like, sure. Well, I walk in, I'm like, oh my God, I know what Next Up is. I want to do stuff. So I bought the what is it called? Pre-roll, or like when you buy something before it's out, pre-registration to the Next Up album.
Mm-hmm.
So all these people that
pre-order,
there we go. I'm like preschool. Should have learned it there. I
got you.
Got it. I think it's a record. It might be a tape. It might be a CD. It might just be a donation. But I signed up and blah 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 and gave them. I was like, take my money, and that was cool. And I saw a few cool bands. All the bands were amazing. There was rock, pop, rap. Like it's like the festival we belong at.
Well, we will be there.
Yeah, for sure. It was awesome.
I have coming up on the weekend of the 27th, 28th, and 29th. I will be on Block Island with Red Light.
Block Island.
They're playing at Ballard's all weekend from, I believe it's 2 to 6 every day. So if you are looking for something fun to do, come check out Red Light on Block Island. I'll be there. Come say a hello. And good times should be had.
Yeah. I like Block Island.
Me too.
I would like more if I could get my charger to come out of this weird thing that I put it in.
There is supposedly, quote unquote, a haunted hotel out there.
Ooh.
I want to go to and explore. I think that would be fun for us. And by us, I mean me, and you be scared.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, that would be a great time. Yeah.
I think it would be phenomenal.
Yeah. How's your like back and stuff if I like scream and grab you? Because I always tell people, they're like, let's go to a haunted house. And I'm like, I will warn you, if you need back surgery, I promise you're leaving in a paddy wagon, in a ambulance.
The stretcher?
Yeah.
There you go.
Because words.
I've had numerous friends who are very terrified, have grabbed arms and whatnot, and I'm still okay. So I also have other friends that, for some reason, I'm always the tallest one out of the group. So then,
Yeah, you don't say.
Yeah, and they always make me go first.
Yep.
And what was funny, there was one time, me and some friends went to Sleepy Hollow, New York, and they did the whole Sleepy Hollow stick, whatever. And we went to go check out this one haunted house. And I think there was like 4 of us, maybe. And then we kind of became friends with another group that was in the same time frame to go in as us. And me and one of the other people, we weren't that scared, but everybody else was. And they were like, "Oh, you guys have to go in front of us. We're so scared." Ah. Okay. So we did. And by that, I somehow managed to work my way to the back of the group without them realizing it. So they just got basically. They thought it would be, oh, we'll just hide behind Steph. She's tall, she'll hide, or she'll be able to hide us, and we won't be scared at all. Little did they know that I set them up.
That's hilarious.
It was fun for me.
It was fun for me.
I mean, yeah, we should do haunted house stuff this year.
Oh, God. Oh. How about I sit with the staff out at the registration table or something?
How about
you go in and we'll have walkie-talkies or something and you tell me how it is? I don't know. No, I don't want to.
No.
I hate this. I hate that idea.
How about, well, I'll let you bring a +1.
But don't want to bring anyone. I want a -1.
You want a dead one? I'm sure we could find one of those.
Oh.
I think it would be freaking hilarious.
I tell you, somebody tricked me into going to Freaky's Funhouse. It's in some town that has a lot of back roads around here. And it is like Freaky's Funhouse. I'm like, oh, haha, scary. Yeah. No, you want to know what it is? It's all clowns. And I
kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Yeah, I passed out. That's the first time I've ever passed out due to fear. But I just dropped and they were like, oh, crap. And this guy who I think he was my neighbor was working it. And I mean, spoiler alert, it's all fake.
I thought they were real.
Yeah, they're real clowns, guys. And so he's like, he saw me drop, and because I was having a panic attack, I was like hyperventilating. That was really scary. They were really good at not touching you, and yet you felt like you were going to die. Mm-hmm. So if you really like being scared because you're a psycho, look up Freaky's. I don't know if they're around. I don't want to see the website. I don't want to go there ever again. But I dropped, and he was like on top of me, and he was like, DJ. And I'm like, what? And I opened my eyes and screamed bloody murder because he never took his mask off. And he was like, so sorry. Sugar honey iced tea. He throws his mask off and he's like, no, it's me. He's grabbing my face. And now I'm like, well, he's trying to eat my brain. Because they're like zombie clowns. And so I'm like freaking out and like just flailing and shaking my head. It was like bees, only clowns. And so, yeah, he was like trying to calm me down. They actually they had med staff there or whatever. They came out and they're like, you are unhelpful, and like yoinked him off me. And yeah.
There was one haunted house I went to that I ended up getting really scared only because of a situation. So let me explain.
What happened was.
Yes. So I don't normally get scared at haunted houses. Maybe a jump scare here or there, but I can usually get through them okay. Well, there was one that it was outside for most of it, and one of the characters had a chainsaw. And for whatever reason, my group got stuck in this one area, so we had to wait for like the next group that was in front of us to move a little more. And because of it being outside and the chainsaw, the fumes were getting to me to the point where I was starting to get a really bad headache. And then as soon as we would turn any corner we turned and someone jumped out at me. I panicked because I
Aw.
was getting. I was okay eventually, but like I was getting the headache and everything just because I had to be next to this chainsaw with fumes, and because the whole premise was, to scare you. So he grabbed a chainsaw and whatever. So that was one time where like I was inadvertently scared because I was kind of, you know, succumbed to fumes.
You have to get you high to get you scared.
Apparently.
Is that what's happening? Oh my God.
Calm down.
I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and
Me too.
during
that.
freaking Halloween, which was stupid.
So did me and my friends. We wanted to do it just because of the experience of Salem and Halloween.
God, it was.
We will never
I'm
do it
not saying
again.
it's stupid because it was lame. It's stupid because they have like every single haunted house known to man, and you could walk down the street and find another one. And everybody I was with was like, "Let's go into that one," and I was like, "No."
Well, it was way too crowded when we went. Me and some girlfriends went for a weekend trip, and we wanted to just have the experience of Salem and ghosts and spookiness, and it's Halloween. And while it was fun, we'll never do it again.
No.
We'll go in like April, but not at that time again. We've done it. We can say we've done it. Huzzah and carry on. But we do want to go back and check out stuff.
I like the fence. There's a fence in Salem, Massachusetts that is just awe-inspiring. I love it.
So when we went, we were there, we stayed overnight. So we got to do some of the, nighttime things. So we did this walking ghost tour. And this lady who was giving our tour, I'll never forget this because it was just so badly funny. She would point at so many things and she's like, "Do you guys see this bank to your right?"
No.
Well, no. You guys see the bank over here to your right? And we all look and we're like, "Yeah, there's some dead bodies under it." And that's all she said.
Wow.
We're like, "Well, is there at least a story?"
Oh, you got to leave mystery. It's a mystery tour.
So then she started talking about readings like tea leaves and tarot and all this other stuff. I'm into all that jazz. And
in a cafe, not while walking without tea or leaves.
So, but here's the thing, right? So there was at least like 10 to 15 of us in our group. The lady goes, "Has anyone here had their tea leaves read?" And I raised my hand. I'm like, "Yeah, I have." "Did he tell you what it said?" I'm like, "I paid him, so yes, he did." Like, what kind of question is that?
You go in and they say, "Okay, next." I read your tea leaves. What did it say?
I won't tell you what they are.
Extra for that.
But it's not decaf.
It's not decaf. Oh my
God. Like, did he tell you what it said?
Nope.
No, not at all. I just paid him to swirl around some stuff, give a weird eyebrow raise, and then wish me luck on my future endeavors.
This should be a whole show
of
bad paranormal. Like I've gone to a psychic before, and I was with this girl. For the love of God. This girl was interesting. And so we went to the psychic, and all of a sudden I had a curse on me of some sort, which is like, that checks out now. Now that I look back, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And I needed to buy this like $700 bath salt to cure me of this curse, or our relationship was doomed. Now, looking back, she was absolutely right. Like, we did end in quite an interesting way. So yeah, I mean, props to her. I didn't say she was wrong. I said she was bad. Because like then I was like, I was very young. I was like, I don't think I was 21 yet. And so I was very young, and I was like, I don't have $700, and this, I love her, and oh my God.
Save the relationship.
And like, I'm like, maybe I can just go to like Walmart and get some Epsom salts.
Great value version.
Like, and I was like, how am I gonna? And she's like, no, like you can take out a student loan, you can take out, and she's like, you can take out all these loans or whatever, however you can get this money. And I'm like, lady, you are so bad. I could actually find people money without being like, you should lie to your loan officer. Like, what? And so, yeah, that happened.
There was one guy he was at this festival fair kind of thing. And I was with some friends and was like, all right, I'll try. So he was reading something. He was psychic. I don't think he did tarot cards, but either way. So he had bleach blonde hair, and what I later found out, fake blue eyes. Like the kind of blue that, like, wow, your eyes are really that way. That's amazing. And later I looked him up because I didn't know who he was when I came into this festival or fair. Looked it up and like, no, the dude had like brown eyes and their contacts that he did for his persona. So anyway, um, it was we had asked about my love life and something about how I used to be a basketball player and life trajectory or something. And he said, first, the reason that I had gotten hurt in my basketball days and why I couldn't be a basketball player was because I would have been too good. I would have gone into drugs and I would have like been so severely into crazy stuff. I would have ended my life sooner. I would have committed suicide. And like he just went off on my knee injury is what saved me from going down this path. And I'm like, okay, so
want to talk to the council on that one. Like who put that in motion? Like, oh no, not her.
right.
She's gonna try crack.
because apparently I'm gonna have so much money. That's all I'm going to think about. Which quick tangent funny story. So in our health class back at high school, I remember they were joking around about making sure you don't, buy drugs, if you don't do this, whatever. And they were asking us if we had any thoughts of trying drugs or whatever. My response, which is still my response would be today, I don't know where you go to buy them. So I think I'm good.
Oh my God, we're so opposite.
Well, like they always kept telling you, like you better be careful because someone's going to lace your stuff with this. And like, no, they're probably not going to because that costs money.
I want to go back and fix those classes. Also, my DARE officer later got arrested for drugs.
Yeah, I have stories. I can't get into those. But so the other half of that psychic reading was my love life, right? I shit you not. He told me that this lifetime and every other lifetime I've ever had from reincarnation, I was always meant to be alone. I am never meant to find someone. I am meant to go through each life in solitude because of my persona against someone else's, that I am just quote unquote too much for everyone, and that I am just meant to be solitude and alone. And
what a guy.
Okay, I'm just gonna call my therapist right now. Just hold on a sec. And afterwards I was like, what the shit? Like,
that's amazing.
At least lie to me.
Yeah.
I mean, don't say that.
It's for entertainment purposes.
Right. I mean, just because I've been single for a very long time right now does not mean he was true. But
don't prove him right, Steph.
I'm trying not to.
Go against the man.
I'm trying
Fight the man.
But just like, how are you okay with that? And then I made a joke about how I had been single for a while, and I was like, hey, we're just asking about my love life. And he's like, no, you're right. You'll always be alone. You're going to die alone.
Wow. That's,
yeah, that's how parts of my life have been shaped.
We should have a psychic on the show.
I know a few.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have a few that I actually think are good people in general, so I can call them. But yeah,
I want to talk to the council on that one too. The ones that are dictating all this.
Mm-hmm. There was one that it was right after my mom died, and she came up to me talking to me about my mom and tried saying how she can hear my mom. Like, all right, let's see what you have to say. And they were like, oh yeah, she's very royal and very this, and like she's, I see her as sitting on a throne.
Like in the afterlife?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, because that wasn't real life.
No, my life would have been a lot different if she was royal. But they were saying how, how regal she is and this, that, and the other thing. Like, are you talking about how she is now to like how she was here? Like, what? Oh no, that like it transcended from how she was to in the real life to the afterlife. Like, my mom wore leggings and cat shirts. So this regalness.
I mean, cats are pretty regal.
Well, yes, but not the kind of shirts that she wore, nor the type of regalness this lady was trying to convey. She did say, though, that she heard Britney Spears in the background. And my mom did used to like Britney Spears. That was one thing I was willing to listen to, but everything else, not so much.
This has been a bag of mixed nuts.
This has been a bag of mixed nuts.
That might be the title of this show.
It might have to be.
All right. So next up, festival, September 6th, 2025. There are going to be a ton of fundraisers coming up, and you should check them out. I'll have more information on one that I'm in where I get to sing a Broadway song.
Really?
Yay.
I'm just now learning of this.
Yeah, me too. I was like, yeah, I totally want to be part of that. I had a very big moment of confidence. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I can't sing.
Do you know what song you're singing?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
It's called I Don't Want to Be Here.
That is very fitting for who you are.
All right. So check us out on weirdsterly.com and stay weird.
Bye.